Welcome to another episode of my series, Mystic Minds with K Mystic, where I represent something that I like to call the mystic veil, the bridge between the seen and unseen worlds. Today, this episode will be titled Sector 7. Sector 7 is a top secret fictional United States government agency in the Transformers movie universe, primarily tasked with discovering, studying, and concealing extraterrestrial technology in life forms.
Fired on first.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Secretary. Tom Banachek. I'm with Sector 7, Advanced Research Division.
Never heard of it. I'm a little busy, Tom. I think you can see that.
So this episode will be looking at my favorite extraterrestrial or advanced fictional technology. Now, within the UFO and extraterrestrial community, there's usually two types of spaceships. Spaceships that are made out of off-world non-earthly found materials and light-based spacecrafts. Unlike metal spacecrafts, light ships are not built from physical materials. They are living vehicles made out of light, energy, and consciousness. These ships appear as glowing orbs or bright plasma-like forms, or shimmering lights that change shape and color. They move at incredible speeds and can make sharp turns. So a lot of footage that we've seen from the government released UFO files show the same military type of footage from the drones that track these UFOs coming in and out of water without making any splash, or twisting and turning at very fast speeds.
A new never-before-seen video off the coast of Yemen showing a US MQ-9 Reaper drone tracking a glowing orb as it flies over the water. Now watch closely as a different US drone drops a Hellfire missile on that fast-moving orb. The missile appearing to bounce off the object, doing very little damage, the orb then zipping away unfazed. The video from October 2024 shown during a congressional hearing today on unexplained anomalous phenomena. That's the official name for UFOs.
Do you solemnly...
It's rotated. Cycle 6-1 Tango, Roger, over. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger, there's troubleshooting as soon as I get did you box moving target?
No, I took an auto track.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wow, look at that, man. Look at it fly.
Now, I've spoken about this before, where I talked about the Merkaba, the light body. Advanced entities project their consciousness into a field of light. This spends time and space around it, allowing instant movement. Some beings, such as certain light-based or higher dimensional entities, can literally transform their own body into spaceships. Some light ships are temporary creations, while others are permanent extensions of the beings who pilot them. This is different from races that build craft from off-world materials, biological, mechanical ships, or use exotic alloys and anti-gravity systems for extreme speeds, but they remain as separate objects. Now, this is a UFO sighting from Costa Rica in 2009. This is a great example of a light ship-based UFO. Now, to show another clip, this is actually from CBS back in 2011. I actually used to research extraterrestrials back when I was really young, like when I could use computers and stuff, and computers were like the boxes, right? The box-based computers were like Microsoft Word and Paint. You could play chess on them, or you can still play on these ones, but like the ones that were built into the system. I used to actually watch these type of videos when I was a kid, and I actually found the exact video and the news clip. So I'll show it in this video.
That some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. There you see it. Another video from a different angle appears to show the light doing the same thing. Those clips have gone viral now.
Now, this one is very interesting because this one was shown from multiple angles. So it just wasn't just one person showing it to where people can say, oh, it was CGI. No, this is from multiple different people and even American tourists that were in the country at the time.
Whoa!
אתה רואה?
אני רואה מה זה. תגיד, שתים יותר מדי? לא.
לא, כולנו רואים את זה.
מה זה? 5 עיניים.
שיו!
יואו! רוד, בלין. מה
מה
זה?
זה? You can almost hardly look at it.
We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like never like
Now, this is an extremely interesting advanced type of technology that would be on a different planet, or maybe humans can have it in the future. It is interdimensional TV. This technology is based off other races or other civilizations or beings in other dimensions viewing human lives like reality TV. So just like here people watch Real Housewives of Atlanta or different reality TV shows, Basketball Wives, maybe extraterrestrial beings or different entities from other worlds and dimensions watch our lives for entertainment. Interdimensional TV is an advanced surveillance and entertainment technology used by certain extraterrestrials. Advanced races possess technology or natural abilities to view our three-dimensional reality from outside of it. They can select favorite humans and follow their daily activities, relationships, emotions, sporting events, movies, and personal dramas in real time. Now, a lot of people may feel uncomfortable. A lot of gang stalkers, there's a community of people called people that think they're being gang stalked, where people think they're being surveilled or watched by the CIA or targeted by secret government agencies and stuff like that. Now, some people may feel like they're always being watched all the time, or there's something in their room watching them, or they're being watched from the sky, or reality is some type of Truman Show type of thing. Well, imagine if this was actually happening. You know, I'm not going to say that it's happening 100%. You know, you never know who's watching. You may reinforce or validate someone's experience of being watched all the time. You don't want to tell them that there's advanced extraterrestrial races always watching them. But this technology can stay undetected because it operates from parallel dimensions or higher frequency worlds. Some theories suggest that certain beings may be emotionally invested in their human and follow their lives similar to a reality TV show. They might root for success, feel amusement at failures, or study human behavior for research. Now, this is a funny video that I found on TikTok. It's called Unanswered Oddities. It's basically about interdimensional TV. Now, this is different than otherworldly being watching a human life. This is more of parallel dimensions and different worlds discussing humans as if we were the mythological creatures.
On tonight's episode of Unanswered Oddities, humans. Are they real or just a youngling's fairy tale? Humans have been a great mystery of our time. These creatures of lore supposedly ate potatoes and enjoyed sleep. They're thought to be long extinct, if they ever existed at all. But recent sightings all across the world have drummed up the debate once again. Rural Morgmog, 2 hours outside of Deedle, a hiker claims to have seen a human.
So yeah, it was a Tuesday night. I had just gotten home from spitting. I went out for my midnight lurk, you know, I was just being creepy and weird, and that's when I saw it. It was a human.
Now, I also like this one, advanced clothing or tech suits. The reason why I put this in is because a lot of people say that magic is really just technology. Or if we actually were to see advanced races use technology, humans would think it's magic. They function as wearable supercomputers that can blend technology, consciousness, and energy control. These suits appear as tight-fitting, seamless garments that adapt to the body. They can change color, texture, and form instantly. The material is often intelligent and responds to thought and intention. Built-in systems control gravity, allowing the user to fly or hover effortlessly. By manipulating gravitational fields around the body, the suit cancels weight or directional thrust without wings or jets. How does it work? Clothing interfaces directly with the nervous system and biofield. It reads subtle thoughts and amplifies them into physical commands. These suits can also command elements like magic. So this is why some ancient systems or esoteric Like things like the Anunnaki and stuff like that, where people were to see these beings and think they're gods. You never know, if you were to go into a time machine and you were to go back and record someone on a phone and show it to them on an iPhone, they would probably think that you're some type of advanced being, but it's just normal to us. So our extraterrestrial race living hundreds of millions of years or millions of years into the future, they come on Earth and they start controlling elements, and you might think it's a deity also, but it's just advanced technology. Now, the movie Black Panther, this doesn't have exactly what I was talking about, but this is very similar to basically what an advanced technology suit would be like. I think everyone has seen the movie Black Panther, or if you're into Marvel, DC World comics and stuff like that, you probably have seen or know what advanced clothing is.
Tell it to go on.
Ooh! The entire suit sits within the teeth of the necklace. Strike it.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure people on planet Earth would be glad to have this one. If you wouldn't want to have this on Earth, I think you might have, issues to address. But advanced healing chambers are pod-like or room-sized devices used by extraterrestrial races for rapid or instant healing. These devices scan the entire body at a quantum level. It identifies damage in DNA, tissues, and organs and energy fields. Healing happens through multiple layers. Light frequencies reprogram cells and activate dormant DNA. Energy fields dissolve blockages and inflammation. The chamber can regrow limbs, reverse aging, remove toxins, and heal emotional trauma in minutes or hours. This technology uses holographic principles. It holds a perfect blueprint of a healthy body and projects that template onto the damaged one. The body is treated as an advanced biological technology designed to hold consciousness. The chamber simply restores optimal function. Now, this kind of reminds me of teleportation. So when people talk about teleportation, they say it's not just moving from one place to another, but it's actually breaking down your atoms and reapplying this onto another place in space and time. So you're basically copying yourself, your template, everything that makes you you, your consciousness, your brain, your skin cell tissue, and putting this in another place in the world or dimension, wherever you want to go. So I think this would work similarly when it comes to this technology. You would just basically have an original template of what a healthy body or a healthy atom, cells, whatever looks like, whatever is damaged in your body. Consciousness, you might be going through mental health issues, and this would basically recopy this into a perfect version that's perfectly healed. Now, a lot of people think this stuff is far away, but everything that they're discussing with the UFO files, if they start introducing this technology to planet Earth, it may happen before we die. I'm 23. If I'm 70 years old and they say, hey, you want to live another 100 years? No, I'm joking. I probably would. But yeah, this type of technology would be really cool for people that want to live longer. Now, the movie Elysium has a very good example of basically how this technology would work.
Identification confirmed. Scanning. Reconstruction process initiated. Reconstruction complete.
Now, for the last one, creating planets organically and planet-sized UFOs. These artificial worlds can travel through space. They contain entire ecosystems, cities, and populations inside. From the outside, they may look like small planets or large asteroids. Advanced civilizations harness stellar levels of energy to gather and compress cosmic material into a planetary mass. Using something like a holographic blueprint and an informational template projected into space, they give matter a structure to organize around, seeding the right conditions and stepping back, atmosphere, water, and life eventually emerges. There are some theories, right? For example, Nibiru, which I used to hear about. People used to always say it was coming, never came, right? Nibiru was this type of thing where it was like a planet-sized UFO that the Anunnaki would live in, and it was always destined to return. And yeah, but Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan in 1982, the Genesis device. This is a great example of how this type of technology would work.
Project Genesis, a proposal to the Federation.
Carol Marcus. Yes.
What exactly is Genesis? Well, put simply, Genesis is life from lifelessness. It is a process whereby molecular structure is reorganized at the subatomic level into life-generating matter of equal mass. Stage 1 of our experiments was conducted in the laboratory. Stage 2 of the series will be attempted in a lifeless underground. Stage 3 will involve the process on a planetary scale. It is our intention to introduce the Genesis device into a pre-selected area of a lifeless space body, a moon or other dead form. The device is delivered, instantaneously causing what we call the Genesis effect. Matter is reorganized with life-generating results. Instead of a dead moon, a living, breathing planet capable of sustaining whatever life forms we see fit to deposit on it.
Fascinating.
The reformed moon simulated here represents the merest fraction of the Genesis potential, should the Federation wish to fund these experiments to their logical conclusion. When we consider the cosmic problems of population and food supply, the usefulness of this process becomes clear. This concludes our proposal. Thank you for your attention.
Now, conclusion. So I've always been a futurist, I think, as they call them. My whole life, I've been very interested in technology, and I'm very interested in the future. I think a lot of people want doom and gloom to happen. You know, I recently saw this thing where someone was talking about co-workers, not liking co-workers, and someone said, well, you know, you should just wait until everything goes to hell, and that's when you can get your revenge. And it's like, come on, you're waiting for the world to, so you're fantasizing, right, about a doomsday scenario where you can act revenge on people you don't like. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. A lot of people want it to happen, a doomsday type of world where there's, what's it called, like the Walking Dead type of scenario, or the power grid going off. Now, I do like doomsday preppers. I used to watch that all the time on the documentary channel on Foxtel. And I do believe in preparation, but fantasizing about the time where everything goes into doom and gloom and people have to go to the underground bases, I think the world's definitely going to get better. Even though it seems like it's doom and gloom right now, I do believe in a future where there'll be advanced technology for everyone to basically improve the quality of life for all humans on the planet. And I look forward to basically what the government's going to release about the extraterrestrials, even though you shouldn't look to them to release that type of stuff. But, you know, a lot of people need that validation. I just saw some guy recently. He said, you know, I really don't believe in extraterrestrials until it was on mainstream news. It's like the conspiracy theory meme. You know, when you're a kid and you were researching conspiracy theories and someone said, well, that's not real, because if it was real, it would have been on the news. So it's kind of like that. And that concludes another episode of Mystic Minds with K Mystic, Sector 7, where we talked about my favorite fictional or advanced technology from extraterrestrials or advanced civilizations.